Let's talk about number 5, which is refund sourcing. That's sourcing your refunds. So many managers know where their refunds were. Sometimes we even see meat managers and produce managers coming up front wanting to know about what were my refunds last week. But what we don't often see managers doing is getting to the point where they know the cause of the refunds, that they actually know that they've got too much ground beef refunds on Thursdays versus any other day of the week, which might signal the fact that we're doing regrinds by the part-time meat cutter at night on Wednesday, or that we have too many refunds on certain kinds of produce or certain kinds of deli. Sourcing the refunds, what is the cause of the refunds? If we can get managers to think that way, managers become better business people. It puts them in a mindset of, did I order too much? Am I carrying too much inventory? Is my refrigeration okay? Is my handling okay? If we can back into sourcing the refunds, it is a hub program that connects the dots of many other programs in our system. So control point number 5 is refund sourcing. Number 6 is perishable coolers. One of my favorites during our audits. We always look at perishable coolers. And we know, it has been taught for many years, and every single company tells me, it is our policy to code date our coolers. All products should be code dated. The problem is, most people can't tell me the most important reasons why they code date. There are 2 reasons that often are neglected when it comes to code dating. And again, we teach these messages very, very strongly in our Profiting Through Perishables workshop for managers. We strongly urge that session. It's a wonderful session, but let me share with you, there are 2 real reasons, and it isn't rotation, and it isn't freshness, and it isn't even variety. It's to allow, number 1, the store manager to do his or her job when he or she does the store walk in the morning. Secondly, it means everything to establishing a culture of control for all of the other employees in the department, not counting the store manager and the department manager. Department manager may have 30 years in produce or meat or deli. He or she may not need that code dating, but it's not for them. They are doing it for everyone else. So we can find out all the reasons, FIFO, LIFO, rotation, freshness, ordering, not ordering. That's not the reasons. There are 2 very important reasons. And by the way, if you don't understand what I just said because I ran a little bit fast, email me. Ask me the reasons. Bring me in. Let's talk about it. Don't bring me in. Just call me. Doesn't matter. You have my name. You have my number. You have my email address. If you need help in the area of perishable profit management and improving your perishables through loss prevention and lower shrink, then you need help. Give me a call. That's what Retail Control is here for, to train managers and companies to grow their profits through smarter loss prevention and shrink control. So let's go on from perishable cooler control to hiring and training. You never hear a session out of me where I don't tell you without exception that people are the source of your shrink prevention. So what I want you to do this month, preferably in May, is hold a meeting, an all-store employee meeting, or at least most, 80% of your meetings, 80% of your employees in this meeting. Talk about shrink prevention. Talk about their role in shrink prevention. Talk about what causes shrink and what you expect them to do and why they should give a darn about shrink prevention. That meeting may cost you $400 or $500. It may, in hourly wages. It may have to be timed if you're in a union shop so that you have overlapping shifts. It may cost you $800. The return on investment is huge. The average return in the first quarter alone for shrink prevention is $8,000 to $12,000, depending on how many employees you have and how well you run that meeting. So if a meeting costs you $500, even $1,000 to run, but you can yield $8,000 or $12,000, you do the math. That's a return on investment I'll take in the stock market any day. Tenfold return on investment in less than 3 months. It's a huge number and it's a huge value proposition for anybody who really wants to control their shrink. Let's look at number 8. Number 8, a positive mental attitude about shrink prevention. Shrink prevention is a way of doing business. It's a core fundamental job of the store manager. We have to have a positive mental attitude. You cannot catch your way to lower shrink. People prevent shrink. They have to be motivated to prevent shrink, encouraged to prevent shrink, and we have to make sure that they know how to prevent shrink and know that we care that they do it on a consistent, accountable basis. So it's very, very important that we follow those 8 points of control throughout our store, get our stores under absolute control going into summer, because it's going to be a tough summer period for us. And remember, at Retail Control, we train managers and companies to grow their profits through smarter loss prevention. We hope this segment of Retail Control TV helped. My name is Larry Miller. On my website, you have my phone number, you have my email address, and certainly I encourage you to use them. Have a great day. I'll see you shortly with another segment of Retail Control TV.